Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Aquino. Senator Awa. Senator Chang. Senator DeCoit.
Here.
Senator Dela Cruz. Senator Elefante.
Here.
Senator Favela. Senator Fukunaga. Senator Gabbard. Senator Hashimoto. Senator Ihara.
Present.
Senator Inoue.
Present.
Senator Kanuha. Senator Keoho Kalole.
Ill.
Senator Kidani. Senator Kim. Senator Lee. Senator McKelvey. Senator Moriwaki.
Present.
Senator Rhodes. Senator Richards.
Here.
Senator San Buenaventura. Senator Shimabukuro. Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
all 25 members are present.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Favela.
Thank you, Senate President. I want to introduce Nicholas' dad. He's up there in Kevin, and his sister Alexis. They came here to support him this morning. And also I want to introduce my staff, Matthew, Joyce, Riza, and our minority staff, Shamalama, and Mia Tatofi. Thank you, Senate President.
Senator Elefante and then Senator Hashimoto.
Thank you, Mr. President. Joining in the gallery is IAL resident and retired Complex Area Superintendent for Pearl City and Waipahu. We have Karen Moriyama, if you could please rise. And she's accompanied by her granddaughters who are here on spring break, Leila Fuentes and Mari Fuentes. Let's give them a warm welcome to our Senate.
Senator Hashimoto.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to introduce a Maui-based leadership program who are between the ages of 25 and 40 who are here on Oahu for governance meetings. It's the Ka'ipukukui 2024 cohort, and I want to introduce them. If you could please rise. Olena Alec, Christian Apo Takayama, Kawanoi Batangan, Jack Dowling, Jason Economou, Alohi Gomes, Sterling Higa, Nicole Huganen, Becky Lind, Bria Lynn Onodera, Matt Paget, Michaela Rickard, Bailey Spry, Jill Wirt, and Dav Ewan. Welcome to your Senate. Mr. President, I also would like to recognize some of our American Cancer Society Cancer Action Day individuals who are here at the legislature from Maui. My constituent Cheryl Okuma, please stand, Benita Brazier, Tiara Bueno Moniz, Ashley Rodriguez, Kahalavai Rodriguez, and Emberlyn Alcantara. Welcome to your Senate. Thanks for being here.
Further introduction, Senator DeCoit.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also would like to introduce some of our volunteers from the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. Here with us today is Jeremy Hall, Kellen King, Jen Bueno, and our youngest advocate, Kellen and Jen's son, Jalen King, who will be 9 months old on Saturday. Welcome to the Senate. And if I could insert their names into the journal, Mr. President.
Thank you. Further introductions, Senator Moriwaki.
Thank you, President. I would also like to add more to the American Cancer Center Cancer Action Network. People who are here, they're volunteers, they're very active and committed. Cynthia Au with the Government Relations Director for the American Cancer Society. Also Tricia Buskirk from the Hawaii Guam American Cancer Society. And Laura Kreider, also from Guam, Hawaii Guam, Executive Director, if she's here. And I'm going to read the list of names of the other people in blue shirts who are here to volunteer and see all of us about the importance of cancer. Liana Abe, please stand when I call your name. Christopher Alvarado, Ember Alcantara, Doris Apo, Jen Bastianitse, Elizabeth Becker, Benita Brazier, Jen Bueno, Tierra Bueno Moniz, Karen Copeland, Michelle Imura, Joshua Fowler, Michi Fried, Elton Fukumoto, Elaine Gibson, Chelsea Gonzalez, Jeremy Hall, Francis Harimoto, Jenny Hausler, Mary Kemp, Kellen King, Mickey Laver, Bill Louie, Lourdes Marcelo, Uri Martos, Michaela McCullough, Mary Jane McCullough, Marcellus McCullough, Teresa Medeiros, Olivia Newman, Natalie Nimmer, Cheryl Okuma, Ryan Ozawa, Ashley Rodriguez, Kahalawai Rodriguez Guzman, Tani Sablan, Mark Vasconcelos, Amanda Wittig, and Beverly Wong. Welcome to your Senate. Mahalo.
Further introductions? If not, Senator Kidani.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, today marks the final day of our joint floor presentations for Education Week. Presentations and events at the Capitol continue today and tomorrow. We have the pleasure of welcoming student honorees to the Senate floor who represent some of the brightest young minds of their generation and the future of our communities here in Hawaii. Beginning with the Hawaii delegates of the 2024 U.S. Senate Youth Program, I call upon the honorees District Senator from District 3, Senator Drew Kanuha.
Thank you, Senator Kidani. The U.S. Senate Youth Program was created in 1962 by U.S. Senate Resolution 324 and has been funded by the Hearst Foundations. The merit-based program was established to further national youth education in the 3 branches of government and to emphasize the importance of democratic decisions and relationships throughout the world. Each year, only 2 delegates from each state are selected. It is with great pride that I acknowledge one of the student delegates, Lehua Norris. Would you please stand? Lehua Norris is a senior in my district at Konawaina High School in Kealakekua. She embodies the Aloha spirit in her leadership style. Lehua has assumed multiple roles on her school's class council, including vice president, treasurer, historian, and secretary. Lehua has demonstrated her commitment to collaboration and cultural awareness as the secretary of the Hawaii State Student Council, which represents over 170,000 Hawaii public school students. She also serves as an officer on the Pacific and Asian Affairs Council, National Art Society, National Art Honor Society, and Student Credit Union. Her leadership extends to organizing local community outreach events focused on climate change and encouraging civic engagement among Hawaii's youth. A passionate dancer of hula and ori tahiti, Lehua pursues interest in public service and advocacy through internships with local leaders. Please join me in recognizing Lehua Norris as one of Hawaii's 2024 U.S. Senate Youth Program delegates. I now yield the floor to Senator Ihara.
Mahalo, Senator Kanuhara. The Prudential Emerging Visionaries Program, a collaboration between Prudential Financial and Ashoka, recognizes 25 young leaders aged 14 to 18 all over the United States who are addressing financial and social challenges in their communities. This program celebrates inventive solutions to problems such as financial literacy, climate change, mental health, and refugee support. Awardees are selected for their innovation, potential impact, understanding of the issues, and commitment to inspiring change. This program is an evolution of the 26-year Prudential Spirit of Community Awards and extends internationally to Brazil, China, India, and Japan. I have the honor of recognizing this year's Prudential Emerging Visionary Award recipient, Kylie Hamamoto. Could you stand? And could you stay standing? If you could stay standing, I'll tell the members about you. Kylie Hamamoto, a senior at Punahou School, is celebrated for her visionary leadership in creating We Go Hawaii, a nonprofit aimed at empowering strong and independent female leaders. Her groundbreaking program has touched the lives of over 200 young women, equipping them with the necessary tools to discover their passion, boost their self-confidence, and launch initiatives that positively impact their communities. We Go Hawaii offers a rich array of activities including networking opportunities, community projects, workshops, and a structured 4-step process to design to nurture leadership skills. Beyond its local impact, We Go Hawaii has achieved international reach, establishing chapters in California and several prefectures across Japan, creating a global network of empowered women. Kylie's initiatives deeply rooted in the values of aloha, kuleana, laulima, and malama have sparked 50 projects worldwide. These efforts address critical issues and champion gender equality, showcasing the far-reaching influence of Kylie's vision and leadership. Please join me in recognizing Kylie Hamamoto as our Prudential Emerging Visionary Awardee. Thank you, Mr. President. I now yield the floor to Senator Awa.
Mahalo, Senator Ihara. I have the privilege of introducing the only public school student in Hawaii to win the U.S. Presidential Scholar Award last year. The award is one of the nation's highest honors a high school student can achieve. This student graduated with a GPA of 4.145, tops in her class, a valedictorian with a STEM capstone, National Honor Society, and CTE awards. Representing Ka'aava, Hawaii, by way of Kahuku High School, a freshman at Yale University. She speaks nearly 4 different languages, but her favorite word is yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the pride of the North Shore, make some noise for Vaianui Peck. A middle child stuck between 2 brothers, she ventured all the way to Connecticut for college, where she's studying mechanical engineering and renewable energy. Vaianui is also involved with Bulldogs Racing, which is Yale's formula racing team, and she's on the Indigenous Peoples of Oceania Club for Pacifica students. She also has an eyebrow business up there and calls that her hidden talent. She's a country girl at heart. Vaianui loves surfing and sewing swimsuits. She also has a pet chicken named Stella, so I'm not the only one in here who supports the chickens. Thank you for being here. You did too. In Kahuku, athletes get these all the time. Scholars should too. Vaianui, this is yours. Congratulations. Please give her a warm welcome to the Senate. And I now yield the floor to Senator Chang.
Mahalo, Senator Awa. The annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition is a game show style contest that tests students on their knowledge of personal finance, health and safety, the environment, technology, and consumer rights and responsibilities. The Life Starts program, run by the National Consumers League, is sponsored in Hawaii by the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, Business Registration and Insurance Division, in partnership with the Hawaii Credit Union League. Life Smarts is a free educational program that prepares students to enter the real world as smart consumers by teaching them the skills they need to succeed in a modern global marketplace. 3 teams from Oahu schools took top honors in the 20th annual statewide competition, and 2 teams are joining us here today. I am thrilled to acknowledge Kalani High School, the first place winner of the 2024 Life Smarts competition. Please rise. In the statewide final, hosted at the University of Hawaii at Manoa's Campus Center Ballroom, Kalani High School emerged victorious. The deserving students of the Kalani High School team, Brandon Tran, Andy Chen, Michelle He, Kyla Iglesia, Mason Vung, and coaches Mike Zane and Susan Horry on their first place victory at the annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition. Congratulations. I now yield the floor to Senator Aquino.
Mahalo, Senator Chang. I have the tremendous opportunity and honor of recognizing our last floor presentation of the 2024 Education Week program, the third place winner of the 2024 Life Smarts competition, Waipahu High School. Please rise. Please join me in congratulating the deserving students of the Waipahu High School team, Reagan Chenen, Ross Angel Bagawisan, Stephanie Menor, Jordan Wynn, and Joybel Perinas, and Assistant Principal Alderico Uganiza Jr. on their third place victory at the annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition. Congratulations. I now yield the floor back to Senator Kidani.
Thank you, Senator Aquino. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the second place winners of the 2024 Life Smarts competition from Maryknoll School who could not join us today. We are tremendously proud of their dedication to their education and their preparation for the competition. Senate President, may I request that the names of all of these first, second, and third place winners of the Life Smarts competition be entered into the Senate Journal.
So ordered.
Also, I would like to recognize the second U.S. Youth Senate Program Delegate for Hawaii, Ariana McGurk, who could not make it today. She is currently attending an orientation at the University of Virginia after being awarded the prestigious Jefferson Scholarship. We are proud of her achievements as the first Jefferson Scholar from our state in years. Ariana is a senior at Kalaheo High School and currently serves as a student member on the Board of Education. She volunteers on the Youth Leadership Council for Make-A-Wish Hawaii and founded Oahu's first ever high school wish club, granting wishes for children with critical illnesses. She is an accomplished athlete and musician and is working towards her private pilot license. Colleagues, today's honorees are an important reminder of the profound kuleana we have in nurturing our keiki as they are the future of our state. While this concludes our 2024 Education Week floor presentations, festivities continue today and tomorrow. This afternoon from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. in the Capitol Auditorium, guests will have the opportunity to learn about the Leadership Institute, strategies for creating a pipeline for teachers through leadership development and bridging the gap between administrators and educators. Lastly, tomorrow, Hawaii's Children's Action Network will be hosting an Early Learning Day rally in the Rotunda. Senate President, I now yield the floor back to you.
Thank you. Do we have any late introductions? If not, Madam Clerk, oh, I'm sorry. So again, to our honorees, we've got about 5 minutes of formal business. We'll adjourn, and then the members would like to greet and congratulate each of you and have photos taken. Madam Clerk.
On pages 2 through 6, Standing Committee Report numbers 3170 to 3216 for adoption.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports numbers 3170 to 3216.
Senator Decoy.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion, any objections? Hearing none, so ordered.
On page 7, Adoption of Resolutions, Standing Committee Report numbers 3168 and 3169 for adoption.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports numbers 3168 and 3169.
Senator Decoy.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Senator Favela.
Thank you, Senate President. It's very hard for me this morning to stand in opposition to these resolutions. We know on the wars no one wins at war. And I know the humane on both sides is not great. If we could, we'd stop everything. But in our own families, in our own state, families are torn apart for two things. One is religion, the other one is politics. Sitting here this morning, contemplating on my decision, listening to the testimonies and listening to what is happening, I do with a heavy heart that I am in opposition to this resolution. And only because we shouldn't have, and we should not have, to have wars on both sides. And I understand the feelings of a lot of people in this chamber, but again, at the end of the day, for decades and decades, this war and this inhumane treatment been going on for decades. To stand here alone or standing here to try to go on both sides and say that one person, we going on both sides and saying one person should stop and the other person should stop too, that's something that I don't really believe that we should get in the middle of. And that's the reason why I cannot support this resolution. But spiritually, I just think that a lot of us have our own personal reasons for what's happening in our country, and I think we should continue to not only pray for our country, to pray for Palestine and pray for Israel, that we all can have a peace and good resolution and just continue to work together. Thank you, President.
Thank you. Any further discussion? If not, I was going to ask if we had any objections. So I have a no vote for Senator Favela. Any other no votes? Any reservations? Reservations for Senators Dela Cruz, Morawaki, Rhodes, Kim. Said resolution has been adopted. I could do the math without your announcement, Madam Clerk.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with the order of the day and the supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? Senator Gabbard.
Mahalo, Mr. President. I rise to request a waiver of the public notice requirement pursuant to Senate Rule 21 to hold a decision-making meeting on HB 2248 HD1. Your Committee on Agriculture and the Environment intends to reconsider the previous action taken on this measure.
The waiver is granted. Senator Gabbard.
Mahalo. Your Committee on Agriculture and the Environment will hold a decision-making meeting on this measure today at 1 p.m. in Conference Room 224. The notice will be filed in the clerk's office this afternoon.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? If not, the chair has one. The deadline to file standing committee reports on House bills that need to pass second reading and move laterally to the final Senate committee is 10 p.m. this evening. Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Senator Decoit.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, and upon adjournment, we will greet our honored guests.